Now, this leads me to this nice fireside chat. Cocoa. So good. Check out the recipe. Okay then, day 15, the Silverback Z100 Perfection Challenge. Oh, it's not really showing up, but you can sort of see the morning star just up there above those clouds. Up before dawn again. It's, as I say, day 15, so halfway through. What have been my impressions halfway through? Well, as we move up over here, can't see that, so you can sort of see that star twinkling there. As we move over, take a little walk through the garden. Oh, it's dark and scary. Actually, it's not unless you're sneaking into my garden and you come across Molly, who is not scary at all, but she will seem very scary if you happen to have her hiding in the bushes. And she comes up to you when you're up to no good. But I digress. So how's it been? Well, it's been a great 15 days. They have gone by so fast. Can't complain at all. I've been a little bit worked, maybe a little bit overtrained, a little bit sore, but I have stuck to my guns. Not a single piece of candy on Halloween yesterday, and that's always a good feeling, to continue to keep your resolve. I can tell you, if you guys take on a challenge, make sure you take on a challenge that you can complete. Probably perfection is a little bit too much for most people for a first challenge. For me, it seemed like the right thing to do, and it's been great. I have definitely taken a lot out of it and haven't felt like quitting, seriously quitting at any time. It's been a little frustrating a few times, but no thoughts of serious quitting. So, but if you take on a challenge, excuse me, if you take on a challenge and you don't complete it, I can tell you mentally failure is such a rip, and it is just not worth taking that on. Really, what you have to do is do something where you start it, you complete it, and that allows you to go from strength to strength. And it also gives you the personal belief that you have the resolve to do this. So I will talk more with you guys later. I have strength, another form, already done one this morning, and I sure look forward to it. Have a great day wherever you are. I just looked online. I'm obese. So yes, as you just saw, I am obese. It's a terrible thing to be obese. Kryptonite cocoa, just the thing. Yes, so I'm obese. So I looked up my BMI, my body mass index, and I am a 5'11" man who is 222 pounds. Yep, I'm a big guy for 5'11". But, well, and so I looked up the body mass index and I come out at a 31, which is obese. Now, this leads me to this nice fireside chat. Cocoa. So good. Check out the recipe. And I'd like to say that the BMI is a total load of bollocks. It should be called the bloody moronic index, because that's what it is. Because a lot of people say, oh yeah, but it works for 90% of people. Well, if it works for 90% of people, then it doesn't work for 10% of people, and that means it just doesn't work. So how do you work out how much fat you have?
Well, the best way to do that is to go and get a Dexa Scan. Dexa Scan will show you your lean body mass, it will show you how much fat you actually have, and it'll even show you your bone density. It is an excellent way, people, of finding out where you actually are. There are a lot of people who don't do any strength exercises at all, and they find when they get a Dexa Scan that while their BMI is fine, their actual lean body mass is actually very low. And they are carrying a greater percentage of fat than they had any idea they were carrying. Their BMI, which just really is just height and weight, that's it. You know, I've seen people online say, oh, it measures everything. No, it doesn't measure bloody anything. Height and weight doesn't actually mean that much. You need to see where you actually are internally. If you have an extremely low lean muscle mass, you leave yourself open in your 50s and 60s for things like osteoporosis. I'm not making this stuff up, people. This is just true. Now, if a Dexa Scan is too rich for your blood, and I'm going to get one at the end of 30 days so I can see where I truly am, but a Dexa Scan, at least here in Utah, is about $67. Now, going and getting one, I don't know why insurance doesn't ask you to go and do it, say, twice a year, see where you actually are. Because of course, if you do end up getting osteoporosis in your later age because you aren't using your muscles, which aren't putting stress on the bones, which aren't causing the bones to grow, which aren't causing them to hold on to calcium, blah, 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 then isn't it going to cost the insurance companies, certainly in the United States, more as you get older? Well, yes, of course it is. So if you can't do a Dexa Scan and it's too rich for your blood, what do? Well, you can go and get a good set of calipers and you can do the pinch test in the various places that you do the pinch test, down here on the back of the shoulder and various other places, and that will give you a pretty close look at where your actual body fat percentage is. And your actual body fat percentage is a fairly decent guide to where you are. I actually don't know what my body fat percentage is right now, but by BMI I am obese. Okay, 5x5. Lower back's a bit sore, like I just mentioned, so I'm not going to do my 5x5 trap bar deadlifts today. I will probably actually do them the day after tomorrow because I'm going to take care of my back. But today I'm going to use my handy dandy in the door frame pull-up bar, and I'm going to be doing wide grip pull-ups, and instead of 5x5 I'm going to do 6x6 because I have a thing about threes. Yeah, I sort of do. It's a bit of an OCD thing. Whatever. Anyway, so I'm going to do 6x6. I'm going to do wide grip because I have always been just junk at pull-ups. And the close grip I can actually do pretty much for days. The wide grip, no, there is still a challenge for me, and I probably have never gotten more than about 12 at a time, and 6x6 will be challenging for me. Let's get to it. And I like to go all the way down and all the way back up. I'll talk a little bit more about this, but the more you stretch your muscle, within reason, people, the more you stretch your muscle, and this is my latissimus dorsi, my lat, the more you stretch your muscle at the bottom, or the end of the eccentric, or the negative portion, the more muscle fibers you engage to come back up, which means that you'll have greater strength, and you will also have utilized more of the muscle fibers so you can grow more. Obviously rep range does play a part in this. So all right. Okay, gang, did my 6x6, a little easier than maybe I thought it would be, so I'm going to give you a little bonus. Do as many reps as I can off the close bar in an L sit and see where I am. Not that many. Whew. Whew. All right, I'll see you for the wrap up later on. Thank you. Hey gang, Silverback wrapping up day 15. It was a pretty good day. I felt pretty good all day actually, got a lot done as usual. I tell you, when you're working on perfection, it's surprising how much you get done. Rocked into the gym yesterday afternoon with a spring in my step, felt terrific. Got in there, halfway through the first exercise, hit the wall. Boom. Smacked me right in the face. And the reason I bring it up is because that happens to me so often actually. It's really quite surprising how often I get to the gym and I'm just feeling, and then by the halfway through the first or second exercise, I'm like totally, oh no man, I'm into this, it totally perks me up. But when I get there and I've got that spring in my step, I can often just drag through the workout. And the point with that is that, how do you know? You just don't, you don't really know how you're going to be. So when you really don't feel like a workout and you really don't feel like you've got the energy, actually you really might. So it's just worth bearing in mind that sometimes our brains and our bodies resist what we need to actually get done, and we don't end up doing it because we go, oh, I need rest today. Do you know what rest is all about, people? You rest so that you can work more. That's right. Rest is not something you do for the sake of rest. Oh, I need rest because I need to be able to get more prepared for my next bout of rest. No, we're a long time dead. Yes, we are. Okay, some people have different philosophies on what happens after death. I don't think we get another go-round. I don't think we can count on it anyway. So, do your work now, enjoy it, don't put off to tomorrow what you can do today, you know, yada yada. Sorry, still working out the selfie stick. Whoa, we go for a ride, burn around. Oh, okay, enough of that. So, day 15 in the books, past halfway of the 30-day challenge, terrific stuff. Got Tabata tomorrow, look forward to spending time with you guys. Until then, bye for now. And I'd like to say that the BMI is a total load of bollocks. A total load of bollocks. A total load of bollocks. A total load of bollocks.